The mission seemed straightforward enough. We had not been able to contact Yuri Gregorov. There were many types of non-lethal. There seemed to be several patrols of Russian soldiers in the area. So that much was true. The Russians were involved. But my goal... I searched the rubble of Ivankov's old home. I found nothing of interest save for a scrap of paper with several numbers written on it. It probably meant nothing, but I kept it nonetheless. There was an SVR chopper in the man doing the interrogation. This, then, was a difficult choice. The Russians, pressured by the threat of a biological attack that would kill millions of Muscovites, I did not look for. I would have to time the rescue carefully. I was beginning to understand. The SVR was here to find Ivankov. Their desperation was apparent. They would destroy Ivankov's home, torture his followers, and murder them one by one until they told them what they had come to discover: the secret location of Ivankov's military stronghold. I would not stop Gregorov from leaving, though I wished I could. He could not learn of my presence, or it would harm our ability to deal with him later. I despaired of finding any Chet. When I opened the door, they shook.
Dr. Weisinger wants you to plant the particle sniffers in key locations around the university neighborhood. This is our early warning detection system. If something goes wrong and contaminants escape, we need to know about it quickly. Jandran seems to have hired a personal army of bodyguards to watch his labs and shipping operations. They're the suits patrolling the streets. Miss Lepan has issued DPE orders for any of them, but use caution. I do not want our presence known until the last possible moment. I realized that you would not be able to remain undercover if you were walking about with a large rifle strapped to your back, so I've placed a few silenced rifles throughout the neighborhood. Use them as needed to quietly take down the opposition. Best to leave them where you found them when you're finished. 2 nights ago, I hacked into a computer at the warehouse office. I found a personnel file but couldn't view it. I believe it has all of the records for the containers that are being shipped in and out of here. If we can just gain access to that computer, we can download those files. Might prove useful. Going through the warehouse shipping files, I've come across invoices for calls. I can only surmise that some of Jandran's security have close assault weapon systems. These are deadly and highly accurate, fully automatic shotguns made for quickly taking down multiple targets. Take extra precaution. The university is locked down and the front entrance is under watch by university security. These security forces now work for Jandran and are to be considered collateral targets. Non-lethal force must be used. As I explained, the university is completely locked down. Waltzing in through the front door like an expected guest will not be an option. University building plans show a network of underground maintenance tunnels connecting the physical plant, Jandran's office area, and the warehouse to the south. Try that instead. Please, retrieve the beacons. We don't have much time. Jandran could return at any moment. Trucks have been moving in and out of here day and night for the last few days. I've told Miss Lepan Jandran might be closing up shop. I've checked several of the containers and have not found any biological containers leaving or arriving. We're planting the beacons just to be sure. There've been a couple of shipping trucks different from the others. They seem to be specially equipped with refrigeration units. Probably just food shipments for the cafeteria, but we should check them out to be sure. Certainly there's not been a steady stream of them, just enough to make me curious. You've entered Jandran's warehouse area. This part of the university is directly under Jandran's control and is overrun with his personal bodyguards and security. Lethal force is authorized, but silent only. We don't want to set the whole place on alert. Jandran's labs will be located near his office in the main university building. There's a private elevator going to a highly secure floor beneath it. That will be the location of the labs. The device in the center of Jandran's lab is a multi-user containment research device. It allows 4 researchers to work concurrently on the same samples. Dr. Weisinger would ask for a sample of its current contents, I'm fairly certain. I'm picking up some local radio traffic that's not coming from Jandran's men. They keep scrambling channels so I can't get a clear read. I see nothing from my position, but someone might be approaching from the north. Be prepared to scramble out of there quickly. We've got our video, and since Jandran's labs are in flames, there's not much point in my keeping watch from now, is there? Time to leave, team. Mr. Crusher, are you ready? nearby. Head to the pickup position immediately. Roger that. Be there in 2 minutes.
The freight elevator stops at only 3 levels. Topside, 6, and 12. Level 6 is the loading area for the crew's supplies. There are alternate elevators and shafts that connect the remaining decks, including the personnel elevator in this control tower. Level 12 is the loading area for the salvage operation. The mini-subs are docked on level 13. Most of the crew's equipment has already been offloaded, but there are still boxes of uniforms on deck 2. If you can find them, you will be able to move about undetected. Workers are to be considered collateral targets. Jandron's security, as in Minsk, can be handled with lethal force, but it is my wish that you find other means. However, I recognize that there are armed combatants, and I will not oppose field DPE orders if you can find no other way. You see the alarm switches on the walls. There are switches like those throughout the facility. If you are spotted, the workers will try to get to one of them. If they succeed, the alarm will sound and the entire facility will go on alert status, which means all of the watertight doors will close, the elevators will shut down, and security will be called. Needless to say, this would be very bad. You should see only workers and technicians in the hallways. Try to look as if you belong. If someone spots you, use silent force before they can get to an alarm.
Uh-oh, we got trouble. 2 birds incoming.
ID tags?
Looks like Meta Global Security.
Can you deal with them?
Oh yeah, lifting off. 1 down. Upper deck's destroyed. Can't shake the other.
You must hold them off, Mr. Crusher, until we are finished here.
Copy that, Big Daddy. Not sure how long. Going down. Repeat, going down. Not gonna make it.
Crush is dead. We must grieve for him later. Our paramount duty is to finish this mission and get home ourselves. The chopper and the upper deck are destroyed. We're going to have to use the mini-sub. Teresa, our suspicions have proven correct. I have pulled up Dr. Jandron's files. He is on board this rig even as we speak.
Copy that. Will he be taken alive?
That is my hope, but we shall see. Mujari out. Dr. Weisinger has prepared a special hypodermic which must be administered to Dr. Jandron before we can move him. Our suspicion is that he has made himself into a carrier for the Omega strain. I have spotted Dr. Jandron on the security system.